The Japanese have this well-known concept called Kaizen. It translates into continuous improvement or change for the better. And it's small incremental improvements in products, processes, and services. It's a philosophy that's hardwired into the psyche at Toyota, who after 30 years have really perfected hybrid technology to give you the best of all worlds. Performance, fuel efficiency, low emissions, and no range anxiety.
It's a similar ethos which goes into each cup of Brave Man coffee, shade grown under the canopy of 1,000,000 trees right here in the home of Indian coffee, Chikmagalur. Join us as we celebrate innovation and excellence the only way we know how.
With a road trip. Toyota bet big on hybrid technology when they introduced the first mass-produced hybrid in 1997, the Toyota Prius. Since then, they have improved upon their hybrid technology and introduced it to numerous other models in their range. Maybe they are onto something. We are taking this road trip to find out exactly that. At Evo India, we're big fans of the Toyota Camry. I remember one of our first road trips post-lockdown was driving from Bangalore down to the Muppandal Windmill Farms, India's largest onshore wind project, and that was to celebrate Earth Day. We've lived with the Camry around our home base of Pune. We've toured the Western Ghats in the monsoons. We've even set a hybrid lap record at the Curry Motor Speedway with this car.
This time we're in the home of coffee. The Budangiri range that surrounds Chikmagalur was where coffee was first cultivated in India. And this place is a haven for those seeking serenity amongst the lush green surroundings of the Western Ghats. From cascading waterfalls hidden deep within the forest to sprawling coffee estates that carpet these hillsides, every corner of this enchanting town offers the tranquility that is missing from our daily lives. Our journey starts in Bengaluru, often referred to as the Silicon Valley of India. Once known for its pleasant climate and abundant green spaces, these days it is associated with incredible traffic snarls. The road infrastructure has not managed to continuously improve and meet the growing demands of the city. That's exactly the opposite of what the Kaizen philosophy calls for. The Camry Hybrid, on the other hand, is a result of years of refinement and improvement.
For this first part of the journey, I'm happy that Lenny has the wheel while I lounge in the back seat. So what do you get in the Camry? You get a lot of space, plus you have this boss mode control, so you can push the front seat all the way forward, increase the legroom. You have this screen out here where you can use this to adjust the volume. So your phone is connected via Apple CarPlay, wired Apple CarPlay, and you can adjust the volume. You can lower or raise the sunshade. You got a sunshade on the side window. You have leather trimmed seats, which you can adjust. So the backrest angle, that can be adjusted electrically. So that's a nice touch. Plus you also have your temperature control. So plenty of space and lots of comfort. Great way to get out of Bangalore. And of course, the hybrid system of the Camry, almost 60% of the time, it's running on pure EV mode. So zero noise and zero emissions.
It's no secret that the Camry Hybrid is exceptional in the city. But what about on the open highway? Well, that's where a lot of people get things wrong. They just assume that a hybrid is boring and dull. But they forget that the hybrid system augments the performance of the ICE powertrain. The 2.5-litre naturally aspirated engine produces 175 bhp and 221 Newton meters of torque. The electric motor produces an additional 118 bhp and total system output is 215 bhp. 0 to 100 comes up in a short 7.8 seconds.
The hybrid system of the Camry, it operates really seamlessly. So from the back seat, you really can't make out what's working, the petrol engine or the e-motors. Now, there is an energy monitor on the infotainment, which I can see really clearly from back here. And that tells me what is working. So right now, it is the batteries that are powering the electric motor. So I'm running on pure EV mode. Now, right now, Again, the engine has kicked in, so that is sending power to the front wheels, and also it is helping to juice up the batteries. So that energy monitor via those cool graphics, it tells you exactly what's happening. But the refinement is incredible, and that's the real benefit of the hybrid system. You really can't make out what's working. And to think of it, it really is very complicated. The petrol engine, the gearbox, the electric motors, all of it, the seamless kicking in, kicking out, the brake energy regeneration. So every time Lenny is on the brakes, or when he's not really putting too much demand on the combustion engine, that's when the batteries are juicing up. And that's how you get that pure EV mode for a couple of kilometers. You don't have to plug it in and charge the batteries. It charges on its own. That's what Toyota calls that self-charging hybrid system. And that means that when you go on a long road trip, you just go to the petrol station, fill up your tank of gas, and you hit the road. You don't have to plan in advance. You don't have to make sure your batteries are fully juiced up. None of that range anxiety. Just hit the road and enjoy the car.
Overtaking slower moving traffic rarely requires anything more than part throttle, with the hybrid system helping the Camry surge forward on a wave of torque. Additionally, the active start-stop technology allows the ICE engine to shut down on downhill sections, letting the Camry waft along in pure EV mode. Bengaluru to Chikmagalur is a 6-hour drive, and the nice part starts as we hit the hills 4 hours away.
And naturally, this is where we swap seats. Thanks, Lenny. The duality of the system is fantastic. I remember on that drive to Kanyakumari, in places I was averaging 18, 19 kmpl, and that's with my driving. Lenny, he's been averaging around 19 kmpl. Now it is going to start to drop because we're getting into the hills, but this is very good fuel economy, and all this without any range anxiety.
So while Sirish is doing what he loves best, flinging the Camry through a series of corners, he's not going to notice these things, so let me point out some features to you. We've got a 9-inch infotainment system with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. We've also got a 7-inch multi-information display which augments the traditional easy-to-read dials. Sirish also has a heads-up display directly in his line of sight, keeping vital information right in front of him at all times. Additionally, you also get a JBL sound system with 9 speakers and a 3-zone climate control, which elevates the cabin to a whole new experience.
And this Toyota, it drives really well. So when we did that lap record at the Curry Speedway, Arjun Balu, multiple Indian touring car champion, he was very impressed with the handling of the Camry. And out here in the hills, you put it into sport mode, put the gearbox into sport mode, engage the paddle shifters, and then you can chuck it around corners pretty aggressively. The front end bite is good, there's good responsiveness, and you can really lean on the grip levels. This actually is quite a lot of fun and very confidence inspiring. The front end, it gives you a lot of confidence. You can really lean on it. And I also think that the Camry looks rather nice. The exterior of the Camry reflects Japanese aesthetics, characterized by a nice, sleek, low-slung design. It has elements of sportiness with elegant proportions and exudes sophistication without being ostentatious. A refreshing departure from today's look-at-me designs. Despite its understated elegance, there's no mistaking the Camry for anything but a premium vehicle.
It says something about the owner of a Camry. It transcends age, region, and other factors. It's about maturity, about intelligence. It's about embracing a sustainable way of life. And that is what the Kaizen philosophy is all about. It's not about who can grab the headlines and make promises that are rarely fulfilled. It's about hard work, dedication, and attention to detail which pays off over a period of time. And that is the type of vehicle, the true character of the Camry.
Our destination follows a similar philosophy. At Villa Urban Khan, sustainability and conservation aren't just buzzwords. They are fundamental principles ingrained in their ethos. Nestled within an ancestral coffee plantation dating back to the 1800s, they've made significant strides to reduce their carbon footprint over the years. Since 2011, this luxury retreat has relied almost entirely on solar power. And recently, they shifted to lithium-ion battery system. They've eliminated plastic bottles and utilized rainwater harvesting techniques. Supporting local businesses, they prioritize hiring from the community and cultivate produce in their own greenhouse.
In addition to being dedicated to the cause, this is one of the most luxurious resorts in all of Chikmagalur. The accommodations here at Villa Urban Khan are designed for ultimate comfort, with spacious rooms and stunning views of the valley and the estate that surrounds us.
Here at Villa Urban Khan, they have their own brand of coffee called Brave Man Coffee. Every bean is hand-picked from their ancestral estates. It is roasted and ground to perfection to create a great cup of coffee. Meticulous attention to detail goes into this whole process. Brave Man is committed to promoting sustainable practices that benefit both the environment and the local communities where its coffee is grown. This includes supporting employees with access to education, health benefits, and clean water while strictly prohibiting any form of child labor. Additionally, Brave Man Coffee promotes sustainable agriculture by using shade-grown coffee, preserving natural habitats, and creating a unique flavor profile.
The Camry effortlessly brought us here using around a quarter tank of fuel, and that was despite Sirish sending it up those hills. With the hybrid technology, achieving about 700 kilometers of range in the real world is completely doable. The Camry seamlessly integrates efficiency, performance, and the usability of an ICE vehicle. Couple that with Toyota's unbeatable 8-year warranty, and the Camry is engineered to endure.
But fuel efficiency is just one aspect of the Camry's excellence. I honestly really like hybrid technology. In the city, it gives you refined, easygoing performance. On the highways, when things open up, you can really stretch her legs. And in fact, I really like the Camry so much that I've been pestering Toyota for a really long time to give us a Camry to induct on the Evo India long-term test fleet. And it is finally happening. So we're going to tell you what the Camry is like to live with, and also whether the enthusiasts in the Evo India team are still interested in driving the Camry. So watch out, there's a lot of updates coming up on our social media and in the magazine. Of course, we're going to do a full video on it. So watch out for all those updates, and thank you for watching.